Welcome viewers to this week's edition of the Footy Show. Go Crawls.
PT, how you doing?
Going well, mate.
Excellent.
Now before we get underway, a couple of
Yes.
important updates I'd just like to provide to yourself and to the viewers.
Great.
So
I love it when you go off the cuff like this, mate, and I don't know what the hell's going to happen.
So first of all, last week I mentioned, I was back in the bone jacket, the ivory jacket.
Yes.
Part of my audition tape
Yes.
for Channel 7.
Did you send that off?
I did. I got some news.
Right.
Here's my letter back from Channel 7 Sport.
Wow.
And it's good news, mate.
Really?
It's a big money offer. They've said to me, name my price to steer clear of their coverage.
Right.
So, in completely unrelated news, mate, another update. I've signed on with the North Coast Footy Show for another year.
Welcome,
Thanks,
mate.
mate.
That's fantastic. Would have hated to lose you.
Thanks, mate. The other thing I just wanted to mention too is last week there was a comment made that I could only say was lewd, lascivious, salacious, and outrageous.
Wow.
For anybody who doesn't recognise that, go to YouTube, look up Jackie Charles quotes, one of the great men.
And what was
Commentary made about the reason behind the ivory coat last week being not proud enough to wear the Swans gear. So here I am, mate.
Oh,
I've got the jacket. I've got the polo shirt.
got the whole lot.
I won't drop the strides and show you that I've got the Swans jocks on, but
I'm glad about that.
suffice to say they're there, mate.
Well played. Yeah, it's a big week for the Swannies.
Yeah, let's not talk about last week because that was pretty embarrassing too.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Hmm.
local footy, mate. What's
Yeah.
happening?
It's all happening in juniors, mate. Last round before the finals get underway, and some really tight tussles at the top for ladder position, which is fantastic. In the under 11s, Nambucca have obviously wrapped up the minor premiership undefeated so far, which is a fantastic effort.
Yeah, 2 years back into the competition by them, so
Yeah.
yeah, awesome effort.
Unbelievable performance. Northern Beaches have all but sealed second spot, I believe.
Yes.
And get the double chance. They do play Sawtell, who are sitting fifth though, and Sawtell, if they can win, can sneak in. So
Yeah.
that's a big game. It is up at Whoopi though, so if I was a betting man, I'd be on the Northern Beaches.
Yeah, you would say though, wouldn't you? Really, from under 11 perspective, match of the round, really,
Absolutely.
because of I guess the significance on it. Northern Beaches stumble on that one if Sawtell get the points.
Yep.
And a couple of other things pan out the way that Sawtell need it, then Sawtell sneak from fifth up into a final spot.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is a big game. Port White will travel down to Johnny Martin Oval at Taree. And Port White are in third at the moment. If they win, they can't miss the finals. So that's a good effort by them. Breakers Dark are sitting fourth.
Yes.
And face tough opposition with their namesake, the Breakers Light. So
It's the big grudge match.
the Light team could upset the apple cart there and knock their club mates, if you like, out of finals contention.
And you would imagine that when the draw came out at the start of the season, Breakers Light coach BDP, Big Dan Perry, circled this one right from the outset and has said to his troops, this is the way. If we win nothing else all year, kids, this is the one to win.
Well, funny,
not realising the significance of what it might do to Breakers Dark.
Absolutely, and funnily enough, it's a bit of derby week in the AFL as well. You've got Port Adelaide playing the Crows, and you've got Fremantle playing West Coast.
I think that one will be a derby though, mate, won't it?
Yeah, I think you're right, mate. Yeah, good pickup. But yeah, so that'll be a really interesting contest, and then Port Black and Macleay Valley. So Port Black sitting sixth. But depending on the way results fall, mathematically they could still make it. So
yeah, still a chance there, and like you say, need a couple of things to fall out their way. So probably not the most likely scenario, but
No.
How good is that? We've got an 11-team competition, and we're one round to go. 6 of the teams are all in the mix.
Yeah, it's awesome, mate. It's fantastic. It's
fantastic.
really good. 13's it's nearly as good, not quite as good, but nearly as good. Grafton sealed the minor premiership. They've had a great year, the Tigers, up there from Grafton. And they'll go in with the double chance. Macleay Valley looking like getting the double chance. So once again they're at Mustangs. So the Mustangs have got a couple of big games there. They might be able to upset some finalists in the last round.
Yeah, and I know that they got some sponsors coming along on the day and so on. So it should be a great day down there at Johnny Martin. So get along, folks, if you're in the Taree and Manning Valley area.
Yeah, absolutely. They've had a reasonably good year, so that's exciting. And then Breakers are sitting third. And playing Bello of sitting fourth.
Wowee.
Oh, you couldn't script it any better.
This is going to be big.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'll come back to that in a minute, but I mean, you've also there, you've got 5th place Port Macquarie up against Camden Haven. And I guess the real thing to point out there is that, you've got 4 spots up for grabs, 5 teams in the mix. Grafton are through, so you got 4 fighting it out for 3. And between Macleay Valley in second, Breakers in third, Bellow in fourth, Port in fifth. When you look on our ladder, match ratio, there's 7% separating these guys.
Amazing,
So,
that's fantastic.
But yeah, look, I mean, it is so close down around that third, fourth, fifth area. Breakers and Bellow locked absolutely smack bang on match ratio. And Port so close behind and breathing down their neck that realistically, if Port win, it looks like the loser of the Breakers-Bellow match will be done for the season. So that's how close it is. There's no room for error in that match for those two teams. So.
Okay, that's really exciting leading into the last round there at 11s and 13s. 15s is pretty good as well. It's up for grabs, the double chance. You've got Sawtell as the minor premiers. But Grafton and Bellow play each other with the winner getting the double chance in the first week of finals.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, those two, second and third, obviously, and winner. And yeah, you got to say Grafton's probably got the head start there, being up at Elm Oval. I think just about all the Grafton teams playing at Elm that day.
Yeah, okay, great.
So big day of celebration up there. Much the same as with Breakers at their place. So winner of Grafton v Bellow in 15s grabs second place. And gets, as you say, the double chance, which can be very valuable, particularly in a close competition like that one's been this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And then youth girls is pretty exciting as well. The Breakers hosting Macleay Valley Eagles, and Grafton hosting, as you say, the home team, Grafton hosting Port. So there's good battles there. Grafton are running second, Breakers running first. So, it should be good games going into the finals as well.
Yeah, it is possible, but hugely unlikely that Grafton could sneak in front of the Breakers for first place. Breakers would need to lose. Grafton would need to win, and there would need to be a major percentage shift there. But not beyond the realms of all possibility. So a little bit of intrigue there. Port will finish third. So I guess it's really sort of, particularly Grafton and Port, I mean, basically all but guaranteed those two will face off at some point in the final series. So I guess it's really that jostle for who's got the upper hand going in. Forget position, sort of a bit about psychology and where's the winning form.
Absolutely, and mate, this could be a bit of a scoop, but we might not be able to tell the viewers just yet. I love it when I get you on the board. Mate, are we able to confirm the junior finals locations in round 1 or the finals, or is that being confirmed this evening?
No, we will confirm it this evening, but considering that I won't load this till I get home after that meeting, we can announce it here. Here's the scoop.
Does that mean we need to come and re-record if then something goes wrong at the meeting tonight?
No, it's all sorted.
Great.
Got the okay.
Okay,
everybody's
terrific.
on board.
So,
week 1 of the finals, which is Sunday the 12th of August. So our major semi-finals in all 4 grades will be at Richardson Park, Sawtell.
Great.
And then our minor semi-finals, 3rd v 4th, in all 4 grades will be at Wayne Richards Park in Port Macquarie.
Yeah, nice.
So, yeah, it should be a couple of great days of footy action there, a couple of great locations. So
excellent.
Yeah.
That's terrific. So, last round of home and away footy for the juniors on Sunday. So, get out and watch your local team and then look forward to the finals the following week. And what about seniors, mate? Where are we at there?
Yeah, so seniors 2 rounds to go. From a senior perspective, I guess 3rd week in a row that Sawtell get the chance to claim the minor premiership.
Right.
They could have done it they could have done it 2 weeks ago, but they needed Breakers to lose. Breakers didn't help them out in that front.
Yes.
Last week, if they'd beaten Breakers, they would have done it.
Right.
Breakers got the cherries there. So this week, it's all in their hands. If they beat Port Macquarie,
down at Port,
they're the minor premiers.
Okay.
And certainly last time they played down there, 22-point win to the Saints.
Yeah.
But it was close all day, and it was only probably a couple of little things and a couple of goals that Saints kicked that Port couldn't respond to second quarter that really got them over the line. So you got to think Port Macquarie. They got this week and next week both at home.
Yep.
They haven't beaten Sawtell. They have beaten Breakers the first time they played them.
Yep.
So that was early days. You got to figure that being at home, they know they've got to back up and they've got to beat these 2 clubs, because if they want to win the flag, they're going to have to do that in the final series, and they need to know they can do it by beating them in these next 2 rounds.
Nice of you to give Port 2 home games leading into the finals, mate.
Oh, well, I mean, they I guess they do a lot of travel over the course of the season, and finals are predominantly up here. So, yeah, we try and give them a little run there to help out with that. So
excellent. And then Breakers in Grafton.
Yeah, so again, Grafton will get a home game at the end of the season, last round.
Yep.
So this will be their last away trip. Breakers, 5 games in a row, I think it is now. So they are the form team of the competition. Shaky start to title defence back at the start of the year, but are really starting to hit their straps now. And
get players back.
Players are back. That's really probably been the key for them. So Grafton mathematically can't make the semis, and I think a little bit of air's gone out of their tyres, unfortunately for them. But it's a big ask for them to back up this week.
It is.
But I think possibly match of the round in the senior competition could well be the women's match down at Port Macquarie. You look at the last 2 matches between Port and Sawtell in the women's game. I think it was about round 8 or something along those lines.
Yep.
And Port inflicted Sawtell's only loss, 2-point win.
In a draw
in an absolute thriller. And then last time out, a draw. So real rivalry starting to form between those two.
Yep.
And again, they know they're going to face off in the final series.
Yep.
Week 1, most likely. They'll be looking. In fact, I think it's guaranteed.
Yeah, it is.
Sawtell can't finish anywhere but first. Port can't finish anywhere but second.
Yeah.
So the match doesn't. The points don't really mean anything. But
confidence, form.
Absolutely, that's what it's all about.
Leading into the finals, mate. Absolutely, sounds great.
Yeah.
And mate, I'm actually moving a lot better this week than I thought I might have been. Since the game between Port and Grafton that I said I was going to come out of retirement for and have a kick with the Tigers. Never worn a Tigers jumper for a game of footy. Actually didn't end up going ahead. So both teams were struggling for numbers. So it was sort of agreed mutually to call it a draw, if you like, and postpone the game. So unfortunately that didn't happen. But
do you think there was any risk there that word got down to Port Macquarie about the possible big ins that Grafton had? And
clearly. Yeah, not me. Zarchek was back. Lee Anderson was coming for a kick, and there might have been a couple of others from the Premiership glory days coming down for a kick. So, that wasn't the reason, obviously. With tongue in cheek there, but it was unfortunate that it couldn't happen. But it's interesting. A few of those guys are chatting. So who knows? 2 games to go. Maybe some of them might pull the boots on and have a kick for the Tigers anyway.
Yeah, it'd be great to see some of those blokes having a run around again. Been absolute champions of our sport here on the North Coast, and it's always great to see them back engaged in some capacity at the footy club. So, mate, I think that's about it. I've
got one more scoop.
Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, go on. What's happening?
Britt Hargraves, great player for the Port Macquarie women. I'm sure she's going to be finishing season out. I don't think she's playing in the next. She's not playing this week. There's a wedding. She's away for a little while. She's back for the last 2 weeks of the final. So if Port lose the first final, she'll be back for the next 2, including the grand final if they make it. But she's moved to Grafton. So yeah, absolutely. So Grafton Tigerettes. Well, you've got a big in for your club there, moving forward for looking at next year. So we'll keep working with Britain.
Get the checkbook out, get her on board as captain coach.
Absolutely. She's obviously a national futsal player, so she's got some fair pedigree and is loving playing footy. So,
but she may be a national futsal player, but mate, she's found her sport.
Absolutely, she has. Have a great weekend, everyone. Might see you out of the footy, and enjoy.
Yeah, great stuff. See you, viewers.
Catch you later.